Okay, it is lunchtime here at Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and me and my friend Katie are gonna do a little foodie review for you. Katie, what'd you get today?
I got these hand-breaded chicken tenders, nice little salted pretzel, and the mac and cheese.
That looks delicious. I got the bratwurst that came with a little pretzel stick and the, what are those things called?
Brussels sprouts.
Those are called Brussels sprouts. I do love me some Brussels sprouts. I've had these before and they're pretty good.
I didn't know we were showing our...
All right, let's try the Brussels sprouts first.
I'm gonna try these chicken tenders and a little bit of honey mustard.
That's pretty good. It's real buttery, soft, and they have like a little bit of crisp on them. Solid little Brussels sprout.
These are definitely good chicken tenders. The breading tastes nice. It doesn't taste like cafeteria food, which is what I usually fear at like a theme park or something, you know?
These are some of the best chicken tenders in a lot of different places.
These are really good.
There we go.
Guess we gotta try that smack and cheese.
Smack and cheese. I'm trying to still light on a little bit. Look at that brightening up our face.
Little white mac.
There we go.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I'm gonna dip this pretzel in some honey mustard.
Yeah. They look buttery.
Those are way too big of a bite for the camera.
That's a lot of bread.
It's also really tough. And it's probably been sitting there for a minute.
Fair enough. It is like cafeteria style. I decided to stay on brand since we're at Sangerfest Hall. Have a little German beer. Prost.
There you go.
Prost.
Prost. With my 24-ounce twisted tea.
Hey.
They
got options for you.
They do be having some options. And of course, every time we eat, we got to refill our cups to make it worth it. With my Cedar Point koozie on my cup.
Gay drink.
Gay drink. Ooh. Yeah, this is not bad. I really like the Brussels sprouts. Why do I keep forgetting the name of Brussels sprouts?
I don't know.
I'm gonna dig into this.
It's not too bad if you don't take a massive bite.
Yeah, right?
Take a bite of that wiener there.
Take a bite of this bratwurst. It's supposed to come with cabbage, but I got like three tiny little sprigs of purple cabbage. Oh,
and there it goes.
Right in the ranch.
Oh no, not a bad little lunch to power you through the day.
Yeah, for sure. Full of protein, got some carbs. I got my veggies here too. That I forget the name of. Mystery veggies.
Now, are these sprouts from Brussels?
Are they from the beautiful European country? Is it a country? I don't remember. Somebody Google it. Is Brussels a country?
We'll follow up soon.
We're gonna find out. Yep. I'm gonna steal one of Katie's chicken tenders.
How about them? They're good.
A
good go-to if you're a finicky eater, but don't want like, you know, bad chicken tenders. Those are, those are real,
chicken tender. It's nice and crispy. Let me see if I can get some ASMR. Yeah. It's a good crispy chicken tender.
And it's like whole pieces of chicken breast. Like it's not crushed up amalgamation of chicken pieces.
That's pretty good. So what are we hitting on? Have you tried the mac and cheese yet?
Oh, yeah.
We gotta get in there.
Get you some out.
Let me see.
Let me see what them sprouts are about.
Sticking together a little bit. Get on in there.
and sprouts are about.
Oh, cheers.
Cheese. The flavor's good on those sprouts. They're not very crispy, but again, that's cafeteria style.
That mac and cheese is better than I expected it to be. I'm not a big fan of like cafeteria style mac and cheese because it's normally just really overcooked, mushy noodles. Because I mean, the way it has to sit there for so long. But those are not too overcooked, and the cheese has a really good flavor on it. That's really not bad mac. I would eat that for sure.
Mac is smacking.
Mac is smacking. Oh man. So, what do you think?
Worst?
It was pretty good.
Good worst? Not the worst you've had?
Not the worst. So what do you think about your day at Six Flags so far?
I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. We got a little wet on the Bugs Bunny Whitewater Rapids, and then we came straight in here where the AC is pumping, so we were a little cold, but it is good reprieve on a hot day to be able to come in here and get this AC.
So it is 70 degrees and about a 15-mile-an-hour wind on a pretty sunny day, but it feels a little bit chilly outside, especially if you just got off Bugs Bunny Water Rapids.
Had all the kids hitting them spray buttons on you.
Oh my gosh. We were pretty much dry through most of it. And then we get to the end and they have this little spot where spectators can like press a button and it shoots a spray of water out to the log going through the ride.
And wouldn't you know it, the kids love it.
Every single one of them. Every single one of them was pressing that button. Not happy with those children.
But we get to drink.
They
don't.
We get this. They don't.
What a treat.
Oh, man.
Down easy. That's a good one.
So, Cati is not really a huge fan of drops or loops, which kind of eliminates, I would say, about 80% of the rides around here. But we did get her on. What did
we got on? Well, we did. I mean, we did the Pirates.
We did the Pirates of the Deep Sea. It's a fun little shooter ride. She was not even a scallywag, so.
I did pretty all right. I did all right. I got my sea legs.
Got your sea legs.
I got my sea legs. And then we did the go-karts.
We did do go-karts.
We raced the go-karts. He won.
That was fun. 50,000 points. Thank you.
I don't even know how many points I acquired. It was not a lot.
It was like 30,000.
I was like, okay, wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
I got third place. There were only three of us.
She was right behind an old man and his son. They were in a double cart.
Then we rode the train.
We did.
That was lovely. That was actually a really lovely little tour of the park. Going through the tunnel was fun.
And there's a couple of little spots where you get a little bit of a view, like backstage at a couple of different places. You also get a really good view of like Iron Rattler right before.
Oh yeah. Goes right under.
It goes underneath and in between the Roadrunner Express and the Iron Rattler. You get like right behind Boomerang Coast to Coaster. You get a nice backside view of that you don't normally get like walking through the rest of the park.
You get a good view of the Superman as well.
Yeah. You go right in between the Superman. I got some really good footage of that, so we'll be posting that for sure.
And then we did the water parade.
Bugs Bunny Whitewater Rapids.
And then we're going to be
the Wabbits Whitewater Rapids.
Then we are going to be hitting the Roadrunner Express. That's a nice beginner's coaster for people like little old me who are not huge on drops and loops and everything like that. There's like one not super intense drop on it, and it's a pretty fun ride. I've ridden that one quite a few times in my life.
I talk about this. She makes a really good point. I talk about this in some of my other review videos when I'm rating a bunch of different coasters. When I get to the significance portion of coasters, those family rides like the Roadrunner Express, I'm trying to think of some other ones. There's not really any other ones here at this park, but Roadrunner Express is a nice family ride that everybody can go on. It's fun for older adults, and it's not super intense, so these like younger kids can get on it. And it's a great like transition coaster to go from riding kiddie coasters and little flat rides into riding like bigger, slightly more intense roller coasters. And that's why I think those are really significant to parks, especially this one because it's the only one there. The other one I can think of is the Snoopy's Racing Railway that I think they just put in at Kings Island. It's a Vekoma Boomerang family coaster, and it's really silky smooth, and I rode it by myself, and I had a great time on it. It was so much fun. So for taking little kids on a ride, but also as a parent not being bored on a roller coaster, rides like that are really important for the industry and for these parks to like keep those younger enthusiasts, those younger thrill seekers like engaged and able to ride some of these rides, and you know, kind of give birth to the next generation of roller coaster enthusiasts. So yeah, that's why I love those rides, and I think they're really important to parks. One thing you like about Six Flags Fiesta Texas?
One thing I really enjoy about Six Flags Fiesta Texas is the way it immerses you in many Texas cultures. I believe in Central Texas, a lot of visitors who come from out of state may not know that just as much as there is the Hispanic Latino culture that is represented out here, we also have a pretty deep German culture out here in the Hill Country.
New Braunfels and
yes.
Green.
Fredericksburg, and there's lots of little German towns around here that really carry a lot of weight of just. I feel like they're very immersive towns, you know, with the deep culture, and I think it's really cool that this may be like a culture that kind of gets overlooked by visitors.
How could we forget about Lukenbach?
Oh, and Lukenbach, of course. So it's really cool to have this little like German portion here. You can listen to some polka as you're bebopping around and eating a big old food hall.
If you didn't know, the cafeteria we're in right now, it's called Sangerfest Hall. Actually learned some history about Sangerfest. That's for another time. But right behind us, we have the Das Pourhaus. Good place to grab you a nice beer. This whole German-themed like section of the park.
It's much really, like a big, German beer hall type style. Very, like I said, very immersive.
Yeah. It really ties into, or they tie in Bugs Whitewater Rapids into like that German theme, because it's kind of like, it leans into like European medieval, like kingdom knight fighting the dragon type of vibes. Lots of really good theming on that ride. That's one of my favorite parts about rides like that. Because when they have really good theming, it just adds that much to the ride.
Really builds it up. And like I said, I think immersion is the key word here.
Absolutely. And
you don't feel like you're just walking up to a ride to ride it. You're really, getting put into this world for it.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of fun. And it really helps for when you got the long lines, give kids something to look at to get you, keep you engaged, keep you excited for it.
She makes a good point. There is a really good queue theme in the queue line. And there's you talked a little bit about immersion, and
it's like interactive a little bit too.
Yeah, it is. And there's other parks that do that immersion like really crazy. Like when you're talking about the big boys, like you're talking about Disney and Universal, they do immersion like crazy. Disney has like created paint colors specifically for the purpose of immersion to disguise buildings. Parks like Six Flags and a lot of the Cedar Fair legacy parks, they were never really like on that level, but since the merger, we've seen a little bit more improvements in parks as far as immersion goes. This year I've heard like a lot more theme music. There's rides like Dr. Diabolical's Cliffhanger. That one opened up in 2022, but there's a whole storyline to go along in the queue line. They created this character and her two sidekicks, and you have two different block stations like in the queue line that give you this whole story. And we're starting to see more and more immersive theming in a lot of these Six Flags parks. And that's one of the reasons I'm really excited to see what they're doing with Tormenta Rampaging Run at Six Flags Over Texas. I can guarantee you Jeffrey Siebert is not going to let that ride be opened without immersive theming. So a couple days ago, we just had the Q3 earnings call for Six Flags, and it wasn't all negative, but there were a few things that were talked about, and one of the things they were talking about is they're making a priority to cut and sell some of their parks, some of their underperforming parks. And, well, some people are like, is Six Flags Over Texas okay? Yes. Over Texas is not going anywhere. That was the original Six Flags. It's not going anywhere. It's fine. Fiesta Texas is also not going anywhere. It's totally fine. There's a couple of little things that you can look around the park and tell. So at Fiesta Texas, they just took out 2 different water rides, and there's a lot of construction going on over there. So when you see that type of like investment into the park for improvement, this park isn't going anywhere. They look at this park as a valuable asset. They are willing to invest more into this park to increase attendance. So I'm not worried at all about Fiesta Texas. I'm also definitely not worried about Six Flags Over Texas. We were just talking about Tormenta. I don't think I know exactly how much that ride cost, but I guarantee you it's somewhere between $25 to $35 million for Tormenta Rampaging Run. When they're investing that much into a park, that park's definitely not going anywhere. It's really fun to see some of these parks have all these major improvements. And I know it's been like a kind of turbulent-ish past like 18 months or so for the Six Flags chain in general, but I have high hopes for it. I really do.
And it's really fun, like being from San Antonio and growing up, having come here, year after year after year. There's a lot of rides that feel very nostalgic to me that like it kind of breaks your heart to see them go.
Yeah.
But it's really exciting to come back and say like, I've never seen this before. This is new. And it keeps it fresh. It keeps giving people who have been here for so long a reason to come back and see what's new and try out these new rides and get a fresh new experience at, a park that's been around for quite some time.
Yeah. As we were coming into the park today, I picked Cati up at her place, and we had to like enter the park from a direction that I haven't been before because I'm normally traveling from Austin. So we came around the backside of the mall, and I was like, "Oh, this is the back of the park. Let's drive through the mall parking lot real quick. I just want to like look and see." We were a little early, so we had time. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And as we're coming in and as we walk into the park, Katie's telling me about a couple of different rides that she remembers from back in the day. And I was like, whoa, I never knew that ride was here. My first time in this park was in 2021.
R.I.P. Joker's Revenge. That was a classic.
Yeah, I had heard something about Joker's before, but
I believe that's where the Tony Hawk ride is now.
Yeah. As far as I know, it was right in between Tony Hawk and where Wonder Woman is now.
Right there, yeah.
There's still some footers back there. If you look down when you're on Wonder Woman, you can see some footers back there. And what was the other one you were talking about? This like swinging, spinning?
Oh man, I think it was near the Superman, I believe. And I think there's another one at another park, but it's like this long, like log almost with like a few rows of seats back that are like, it's like wide, bunch of seats, a few rows, and it's on like an arm that comes out and spins, but then like the log part like that has all the seats also flips and spins as it's going back and forth. And
I know what type of ride you're talking about, but
we used to have one of those here.
Yeah. I'm really excited to see what they're going to put in where those 2 water rides got taken out. There's a couple of hints and clues around the park. There's a big sign that has a beach and palm trees in the background, and then bubbles. And then one of the bubbles is a full moon. And then the other day, Jeffrey Siebert posted in the Facebook group. And he said that night it was the full beaver supermoon. And he posted, he said, as the full moon rises, new thrills await. I was like, okay, over here sprinkling teasers
What
like
could
Taylor
it be?
Swift.
What
Welcome to
could
Blue's
it
Clues
be?
with Jeffrey Siebert.
We've got an announcement before an announcement to announce that there will be an announcement.
Exactly. Six Flags and Jeffrey both really like just
Like
sprinkling little
carrot
tiny
hanging in front of
teasers.
you.
And like we have no idea what this is gonna be. Until they actually if they have to, until they actually like file paperwork with some type of federal agency or county agency, we have no idea what's going on over here. So one of the reasons we knew Tormenta was going to be a giga is because they had to file with the FAA for a permit for something that goes 309 feet in the air. So immediately everybody was like, this roller coaster is going to be 309 feet tall. And that's exactly what it was. So if they have to file some kind of paperwork for the new rides at Fiesta Texas, then we'll have a few more clues.
But rest assured, Curtis has his finger on the pulse.
I do. So every time some kind of news thing comes out, I hear about it the day it happens. And then for the next like week and a half to 2 weeks, my Facebook feed is full of that news. And I'm like, I already know everything.
Old news.
I was like, I already know everything about this piece of news that you're talking about.
I know.
I'll have like 2 or 3 friends like send me a news article and I'm like, yeah.
I could have told you
If you want to know more detail, just ask. Like ask me if you want to know more detail. I'll tell you. My friend was like, did you know there's a roller coaster that's going to break 6 world records going in it over Texas?
Does
and I was like,
Curtis know?
I've known about that roller coaster for like 4 months.
Finger on the
Also,
pulse.
technically, Tormenta breaks 7 world records at least, but they only talk about the 6 major records. The one they don't really mention a lot is that Tormenta will be the tallest roller coaster that has an inversion. I don't know why nobody's talking about that. It has the tallest M1 loop, the tallest vertical loop, the tallest dive coaster, the longest dive coaster, the fastest dive coaster. There's one more. I forget the other one, but also the tallest roller coaster period in the world that has an inversion. Every other like Giga Coaster, Strata Coaster, all of those things that you see, even the freaking Exa Coaster, Falcon's Flight that's not open yet, they don't have inversions. I don't know. I don't know why they don't talk about that one as well. Because when you think about a ride with like Fury 325, Fury 325 broke a lot of records when it opened. And one of the records they talk about is it's the tallest roller coaster with a chain lift hill. And I'm like, okay, like that's awesome. That's cool. Seems like a kind of like minor world record to break, but they still talk about it a lot. Why aren't we talking about the 7th world record that Tormenta breaks being the tallest roller coaster with an inversion?
Do we know which roller coaster upon its like being built broke the most world records in its establishment?
You know, I don't know.
I think that'd be a fun one to look up.
How many world records has one roller coaster held upon opening day?
I think it's a good.
That's a good question.
I think that's a good fun fact for
Pop
us
quiz.
to find out.
Which roller coaster holds the world record for world records upon opening? That's a good question,
I think
Katie.
so.
High five.
Hey, look at me contributing.
Ugh.
Well, shall
Are we finished eating?
I think so.
We're pretty close to done eating. Just slowly. See, this is a good idea. We just slowly eat while we film, and that way we don't get too full too fast, and then go ride rides, and then
Because that would be bad.
don't
news
have
bears.
food anymore.
Bros from Sangerfest Hall.
Hey,
Getting
Bros.
twisted on them teeth.
love you guys. I got this shirt